Have you ever reacted to something small, a tone, a comment, a look, and thought, why did that hurt so much? What if that reaction wasn't you today, but the younger version of yourself, still trying to be heard? Here's the truth most people never realize. Your inner child doesn't disappear when you grow up. It just goes quiet. And when we ignore it, it doesn't vanish. It starts to speak through our anxiety, our anger, and the way we love. When we listen, when we meet that wounded inner child with compassion instead of criticism, healing begins. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll know how to recognize when your inner child is speaking, how to comfort them, and how to create the safety they've been waiting for all along. Imagine you're 6 again. You drop your ice cream. The adult beside you scolds you instead of helping you clean it up. It's a tiny moment, but inside something shifts. You learn, when I'm sad, I'm alone. That small seed grows roots. Maybe it turns into people-pleasing, perfectionism, or that voice that says, don't bother anyone with your feelings. Psychologists call this the inner child wound, the emotional residue of unmet needs for love, safety, and validation. And neuroscience backs it up. Early experiences shape the wiring of your brain's threat and reward systems. If you felt unsafe as a child, your brain literally learned to survive, not to thrive. Picture your mind as a house. Most rooms are bright, filled with laughter and fun memories. But somewhere there's a locked door. Behind it sits a younger version of you, maybe 5, maybe 12, frozen in the moments where they didn't feel loved enough, seen enough, or safe enough. Every so often, that child knocks, not with words, but with emotions like anger, sadness, shame, emptiness. And you think, what's wrong with me? But guess what? Nothing is wrong. It's just your inner child trying to be seen, to be heard. From a neuroscience perspective, those reactions come from the amygdala, the brain's emotional alarm system. It doesn't understand time, so when something reminds it of past pain, it reacts as if you're still that child. That's why adult rejection can feel like heartbreak all over again. It's not just the moment, it's the memory your body never forgets. Therapist John Bradshaw calls inner child work the most important discovery of the century. And as Dr. Nicole LaPera reminds us, you can't reparent what you don't acknowledge. Awareness is the doorway to healing. You know your inner child is speaking when you overreact to small things and later wonder, why did that hit me so hard? You crave approval or fear rejection even when it's something small. You shut down or avoid conflict because deep down it just doesn't feel safe. You overwork or overgive to prove you are enough. You feel crushed by disappointment, especially when someone you care about seems upset with you. If you are nodding along, that's okay. These aren't flaws, they are protection patterns your younger self created to feel safe in a world that didn't always understand them. Healing starts when you stop judging those reactions and start listening to the story underneath them. Most people try to silence that voice. They say, I'm too sensitive, or I should be over this by now. But ignoring your inner child is like locking a crying kid in a room and hoping they'll go quiet. Does that ever work? No. They just find louder ways to be heard through anxiety, burnout, or emotional numbness. Let me tell you a story about a client we'll call Maya. From the outside, she looked fine, great career, beautiful home, active social life. But inside, she was exhausted. The smallest criticism made her shut down. When we explored her childhood, she remembered showing her dad a drawing she had made. He looked at it and said, "You could have done better." That single sentence became a lifelong script. I am not enough unless I'm perfect. 20 years later, every boss, every partner, every friend triggered that same wound. When Maya began writing letters to her inner child, saying, "You did your best and that's enough," her anxiety slowly began to fade. She stopped striving to prove her worth and started feeling it deep down. Let's try something gentle right now, if it feels okay. Close your eyes. Picture yourself as a child. What age comes up first? Don't force it, just see them. Notice their expression, their posture. Now, imagine sitting beside them. Ask softly, "How are you feeling right now?" You might feel sadness, tightness, even resistance. But that's okay. You're not here to fix them. You're here to listen. Studies show that visualization activates the same neural pathways as real nurturing moments. So every time you comfort your inner child, your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, creating new pathways of safety and calm. This is reparenting, becoming the adult you needed back then. And here's a beautiful twist. Your inner child isn't just wounded. They are also your most playful, creative, and alive self. When you laugh freely, dance badly, or sing without caring who is listening, that's your inner child shining through. Inner child healing isn't only about tears, it's about rediscovering wonder. Healing happens in laughter too. One day, I asked my inner child, through journaling, "What would you say if you finally had a voice?" And she whispered, "I was scared you would forget me." That broke me and healed me at the same time. Because for years, I had tried so hard to grow up, to be strong, to be independent, that I left her behind. The soft, curious, sensitive part of me that didn't need fixing, but only needed loving. Healing isn't erasing your past, it's unlocking that room, kneeling beside your younger self and saying, "You are safe now. I'm here and I'll never leave you again." That one moment can rewrite decades of pain. Here are 3 simple rituals to keep that connection alive. Step number 1, morning check-in. Ask, "What do we need today?" Not, "What do I have to do today?" Step number 2, mirror talk. Look into your eyes and say what you needed to hear. "You are safe. I'm proud of you. You matter." Step number 3, playtime. Do one small thing your inner child loved. Draw, dance, watch a cartoon. Freedom is medicine. A 2023 Stanford study found that self-compassion practices, including inner child work, lower cortisol, which is the stress hormone, by up to 23%, improving emotional resilience and brain regulation. So, every time you speak kindly to yourself, your nervous system resets, your heart rate stabilizes, your breath deepens, your body believes, "I am safe." You're not being soft, you're not being overly sensitive. You're literally rewiring your brain for peace. Next time you feel triggered, pause and ask, "Who is hurting right now? Me or my younger self?" That question often changes everything. You move from a place of reaction to a place of compassion, from child to caretaker. That's not weakness, that's emotional maturity. Your inner child is not broken. They are your compass, pointing you back to love, authenticity, and joy. The parts you've been taught to hide are often the ones holding your light. Healing begins the moment you stop running from your pain and start walking beside it. So, take a deep breath. You are no longer that child waiting to be rescued. You're the one holding a hand. Your inner child has waited long enough. Go meet them. If this message spoke to you, don't forget to show some love. Hit that subscribe button and join our radiant community. Your next step is waiting. Just click the video popping up on your screen, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What has reconnecting with your inner child taught you about yourself? Until next time, stay radiant and take gentle care of your beautiful mind and body.